Many of you may not have heard this story, however it is one of sorrow and yet also of truth. A man by the name of William once lived in the city of Avonburg, at peace with his family of a wife and 2 daughters. He was a leather worker by trade, but as the days passed into each night, he was also a loving father and a loyal husband. Indeed, his love for his family was strong, for many who knew him could attest to such. There were few men who possessed the will to laugh and make the best out of the hardest of situations. Years passed since his wife had given birth to twins, and the daily ritual of working, eating, and sleeping was wearing thin his resolve of patience and understanding. One evening, after a particularly difficult day, William excused himself to the local tavern for a liquid remedy, upon which he discovered the tavern was bustling with travelers and residents alike. One pint led to another, and before long his inebriation was hearty and thickened like the coastal mud when the tide is low. He peered around the tavern, his vision blurred and his head heavy, until a figure sat across from him. Before William could react, the figure slammed its fists against the table, shaking the ground beneath, and causing a loud echo to reverberate across the room. William, startled and immediately aggravated, recoiled in his chair before shouting, "What was that for? Why would you do such a thing?" The figure chuckled, and before William could blink, a closed fist made contact with his jaw, sending him quickly to the floor. The sudden strike sent William into a rage that he himself had never experienced. Within moments, he was on his feet and began to strike the stranger repeatedly until the body lay on the floor unconscious. William then continued his onslaught even though his knuckles were void of skin and a pool of blood covered the stone floor, all until he awoke, surrounded by the great council of Avonburg. His memory was uncertain, but he could feel the pain in his hands from the multiple broken fingers and the fracturing of his left wrist. And after a full day of testimony, though he did not fully remember, the council decided his fate. "You will leave this city and everything you have worked to possess," said one of the councilmen. "You are exiled to outside the city walls until the end of your years. You may take nothing with you, not your belongings nor your family. Live your life in agony as an outcast, lest death await you here at the gates." It has been 27 years since William of Avonburg came to the abandoned lighthouse, looking simply for shelter through the ocean storms. Over time, he rebuilt it stone by stone, and the fire remains lit through every night so that one day someone may visit him. And upon each evening he sits against the cold stone of his home, and through the constant sound of the gentle waves against the shore, he closely listens to the city far away, hoping for just a whisper of his family's laughter to reach his ears. For then he could smile once more, and remember the times long forgotten by his aging memory and declining health. For a man who knows not what could be lost will eventually lose everything. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the walkthrough. Now this video was a little bit different. I hope you kind of enjoyed that little bit of lore there, that little miniature story. I actually had a good time writing it. It was really cool, and this build is really unique in my opinion. So I just want to give you a little bit of this walkthrough, so let's just get straight on into it. Now, as you can tell from the time lapse, we are actually on the top part of the lighthouse here. So what I'd like to do is show you the lighthouse and then move down onto the other bits. So right across here, you can see here, I mean, this lighthouse is really cool. We have the stairs. They're supported by beams coming out. I didn't put too much decoration out here. I want to eventually, but I just really wanted to focus on the story. So if you go up here, we actually have this really cool little area, a little storage area here midway through the lighthouse. Pretty cool if you ask me. And then you can go out on the balconies and you're pretty much good to go. Like, to me, that's pretty nifty. And obviously, like, I absolutely love the shaders. Seuss Renewed makes it look absolutely beautiful. Can't complain. Oh, and then also, let me show you up here. So as you go up this winding staircase, you can actually see the light, like the true reason for the lighthouse here. And just like in the story, you know, it does have to do with having visitors, yet no one visits him because it's known that he is an outcast. So everyone in the area knows to steer clear from here. Now, pretty interesting, you know, pretty different build. I haven't built a lighthouse like this in a long time, so I really have enjoyed it. Looks like I actually went off the boundaries of the rail there, but that's okay. What we'll do now is we will just kind of go inside, and this is going to be the base of the lighthouse. And as you can see, once again, storage, basic stuff, nothing too crazy, right? But we do have another winding staircase going down here. And you can see it's kind of full of some decoration, some storage rooms, or not storage rooms, so storage area, just kind of hanging out. Yeah, I think it's really cool. Really like it here. And then we're going to walk in, and this is going to be the house itself. Now, unfortunately, some light does shine through the doorway, but that's okay. We'll just pretend it's a little bit darker in here. But you can see the nice little kitchen area. There's a little cabinet, too, with some cheese and some pretty much paper towels. Just pretty much a rag. And then we just have this just very cozy scene. We have the small eating area with the light. We have the bed with some clothing. Simple, very basic lifestyle. You know, William, the outcast, or William of Avonburg, however you want to call him, just kind of lives a very simple life here. He's just making it work. And at this point in time, I'm sure you can imagine about how old he is. If it's been 27 years, he's pretty much in his 50s at this point, which, you know, living out here in the middle of nowhere can be very difficult. But you go in this small little storage area. We have an upstairs storage, you know, kind of your typical thing here with most of the Conquest Reforged builds. And then we're going to go right out here to the front patio. So this is the chair that he sits on every evening to listen. And if you look at the journey map, just as a, you know, we're right here. Like, we're literally right here. Avonburg is right here. And so he didn't want to move too far. He wanted to stay close, as close to his family as he could without being, you know, killed for trespassing back onto the city. But we have this beautiful, simple, quaint little dock here. You can see we have some crab traps and stuff like that in the water with a little rope leading to the shore. Just this little, you know, little detail here. But yeah, I mean, this beautiful ocean. Just gorgeous scenery. And over here, of course, we're gonna have just a little bit of detail. Like, here's the rope you can pull, here's the traps. But if you go around this part, you can see here cooking some fish, you know, had some deer or things like that, just some wild animals, tanning, getting some extra like clothing, things like that. And then of course firewood and all that good stuff. So that's pretty much it. Now, I know I built this differently on the time lapse, and I kind of just like copy and pasted it onto this part in Elmorin because I really think that it fits. But I really think it adds a cool little detail that if you get on this map and you adventure way out here, you're going to be able to see this. So I think that's a really cool touch. And the story to me was really, really fascinating, just really fun to write. But this is the overall view of this build, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. I mean, like I said, I really enjoyed this. I thought it was really cool, had a blast. And I think, you know, if you like the lore-ish videos, just definitely let me know. I'd be happy to do some more, especially for like smaller builds like this. But yeah, just like always, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you want to join in the Discord and all that good stuff, links will be down below in the description. And yeah, this is Legendary Porpoise signing off. Have a good day, happy gaming, and I'll catch you again for the next time.